Hello and Happy New Year. I hope that the year is off to a great start for all of you. And this video practically is going to show you that Miami-Dade College has many opportunity and options for you to either start your college career in the new year or also reignite your journey. And so this will be a quick demonstration as to like how to apply to Miami-Dade College. So www.mdc.edu, and we have the apply button. But before I click on the apply button, I want you to know that you can learn about our programs, and you can click on academic programs and click on the tab here, and you'll see that we offer bachelor's degrees, associate degrees, certificate programs, and let's click on our more popular programs. We have our Associate in Arts, and as you know, that prepares you to transfer on to a four-year institution, or even at Miami-Dade College, you can pursue our bachelor's degrees here, which I'll briefly go over and show you that we have a few of them. And the Associate in Science, which gives you the skills to essentially, go into the workforce and be ready in a shorter timeline. So I like to use film as an example because I, as a hobby, have a fascination with the film area. And so if you want to learn as to, like what courses that you have to complete for the film in about 2.5 years, you can actually browse that. And you have this for all of the Associate in Science degrees that we offer. So it gives you a quick snapshot as to what you'll need to do. For example, ENC 1101, Speech 1017, which is Fundamentals of Speech Communication. We have Humanities, right? Critical Thinking and Ethics, Psychology of Personal Effectiveness, which is CLP 1006. You'll need to choose from either a math or science option. And then, of course, the computer competency requirement, which teaches you like Microsoft Word, Access, PowerPoint, and how to navigate the computer and the internet. Also, you have the core of what you would be doing as a film student. And, the history of film, you have film production 1 and editing 1, they go hand in hand, and film production 2 and editing 2. You have history of film, screenwriting 1, screenwriting 2, etc. And you have your two major course electives that you can take. So you can pick from 2 here. So this is just a demonstration of one of the Associate in Science degrees. So I'll just go back to applying, because this is really the essence of what I'm trying to demonstrate. So you'd scroll down, you click on Apply Now. And if you are a brand new student, you click on Start a New Application. So this, I am urging students who are currently in high school, for example. So if you're in high school right now and you're in the 12th grade and you haven't selected Miami-Dade College as your #1 option, I think you should go ahead and do that. And, we have the Honors College, so you still have, for those high achievers, right, out there, we still have that option for you that's available. And so back to the application. So again, if you are looking to start college, you don't have to be coming directly out of high school. It may be your first time in college, period. Maybe you started to work right out of high school, and you are progressing at your job, right? Maybe you want to be a manager, or you want to get better at team building skills. You can apply, and we have a number of programs that can help you to do that. Or maybe, you stopped out for X, Y, Z reason, right? So there's a number of reasons that one may stop going to college. May not necessarily be a bad reason, but maybe you needed some time out to work again. So, but you want to continue that and you want to build those skills, you can click on reapply. So let's go on Start a New Application. So once you do that, you click on Continue, And you'll need to enter your email address. So I'll be Miguel Murphy, the student, right? So Miguel.Murphy001 at mymdc.net. So whenever you apply, or eventually when you do apply, you will have to create an account to be able to gain access to our systems at Miami-Dade College. So usually it's your first name dot your last name 001, and you have at mymdc.net. So you will actually get an email from Miami-Dade College once you create that account. And I'll do a demonstration as to the value and importance of checking your email. I think that's, one of the areas that students can benefit from, where you can set up your email to your smartphone, right, using the Gmail app, and you can get all those alerts. That's another demonstration. So sign in. So Miguel Murphy, the brand new student, is wanting to go to college and really increase his lifetime earnings. So I have a high school diploma, for example, and I want to increase my earnings over a lifetime. There are studies that show that essentially you will earn $1 million more with a college degree, right? And for every additional professional degree that you get, that's almost $1 million more over your lifetime. So here you will need to click I'm not a robot. And I'll jokingly say that sometimes, I may function like a robot. Just kidding. So let's see, I'm not a robot. And maybe it's down. And it's not working. Oh, it works. There you go. It works. So Daniela asks, is there an application fee for new students? Yes, there is an application fee for new students. That's $30. But if you're reapplying, there's no application fee, right? So that was a very good question, Daniela. I like that. Actually, I'll put a heart on that question. So Miguel Murphy wants to apply. Miguel Murphy. So I will need to put in my information, of course. And all of my, so my phone number, I'll put my office number, 305-237-8371. And I'll create a password. So you have to, right? Oh, I need to enter an address as well, address. So I'll put my work address, 11380 Northwest 27th Avenue, Miami, Florida, 33167. So I'm doing a demonstration, and this essentially is to show you how to apply or reapply. And I'm just using the apply feature to run you through that, right? So essentially, again, you go to www.mdc.edu, you scroll a little bit to the bottom, you click on apply, the red button, right? And then you put an email address. So it's important that you put an email address that you have access to, because eventually, once your application gets accepted, you will receive a confirmation from our admissions and registration team indicating that you have successfully applied, right? So I place my password. Hopefully it matches up here. Make sure, right? And it gives you like some tips. So your password must be 8 to 10 characters long. Look at that. So I was not gonna make it through that, right? It must not contain any name or nickname. And your passwords should contain characters from at least 3 of the following 4 classes, right? So English, uppercase letters A, B, C, all the way through Z, English, lowercase A, B, C, all the way through Z, numbers, and an alphanumeric um, special character, right? Such as a punctuation symbol. And usually when creating a password, this trips a lot of folks up, just like I just got a little bit tripped up, right? In terms of, I actually put 6 and not 8. So I'm just gonna add to my password. So I had 6, 7, 8, and I'll put a special character. So I'll do that again. So I have it right. So before I continue, let's see who's with me. Not anyone at the moment. Oh, I entered different values. I thought I corrected that. So let's try again one more time. So essentially, I think I have this. So if you know that you're gonna temporarily forget this password, you may want to write it down, right? Temporarily. Because a lot of times we get nervous because the application process and all of this college going, activities can get a little bit nerve-wracking, right? So through the process, you want to ensure that at least you store some of the information, like the email that you've used. So I am making a note of the email that I use to submit. So we have an error. Why do we have an error? So I may want to quickly start that again, right? And see, oops. So I want to scroll down, click on apply, start a new application, click continue, use my email address, indicate that I'm not a robot. And I may need to do this a couple times. I'll put my name, Miguel Murphy. I'll put my work address, 11380 Northwest 27th Avenue, Miami, Florida, 33167. Use this address. Put my work phone, 305-237-8371. I'll use that twice for the purposes of the demonstration. The password that I intend to use for this application has to be at least 8 to 10 characters, right? So I'm in, and you'll see here that you have the application summary. And you will need your social. If you don't have that, you click I do not have a social security or do not wish to reveal my social security number. This is like for international students for the most part, right? So essentially, you put your date of birth, right? So I was born on January 8th, 19 something something, right? I am male. And all right, you indicate all of these information here. Your country of birth, your country of citizenship, your native language. Are you an active duty service member? Are you a veteran of the US military? Are you eligible to receive VA educational benefits as a spouse or dependent child of a veteran? Your parent or guardian's education level, right? You have two options here, your race or ethnicity, right? So please provide the following data. Yes, I am Hispanic Latino. No, I'm not. Check one of the options here, Asian, American Indian, or Alaskan Native, Black or African American, Native, Hawaiian, or Pacific Islander, right? Or white. And this information is requested on a voluntary basis to aid the state of Florida in its commitment to equal education/employment opportunity and to meet federal reporting requirements, right? So it will not affect your admission to the college. Now, you see here, this is optional. The fields up here are mandatory, right? So let's see who's with me. So yeah, there is an application fee for new students. It's $30. But if you're reapplying, you do not need to pay an application fee. So that's section 1 of the application. And let's continue. Oh, so I have to put something, right? So for the purposes of this, I'll put random information. Where's English? There we go. English. No, no, no. All right. Oh, there we go. So let's continue. All right, it's very important. So I didn't put social security number. I didn't put mine. But if I were doing the application, I would actually put the social security number. All right, so it's going to be important that you do that. Oh, what happened? I was not quick enough. Let's log back in. Sometimes this may happen. Voila. So continue. So all of this I thought I did. So I'll quickly do it again. English. So I'll put no, no, no. So this is a demonstration. So I'm moving through some of the items here. But again, if you're tuning in, this is a demonstration as to how to apply to Miami-Dade College. how to, increase your skills and your talents, or, get better at your talents. Get the support and network that you need to propel you. All right, so I was able to continue. So if you have a high school diploma, I received or will receive a high school diploma before attending Miami-Dade College. You have several options. I received or will receive a GED certificate before attending Miami-Dade College. I received or will receive a homeschooling diploma before attending Miami-Dade College, right? And then you have options for applicants approved to earn college credit before high school or GED graduation. And so we have two notable programs that if you're in high school, we have the School of Advanced Studies and we have our dual enrollment programs. So if you're in high school, particularly I would say 9th, 10th, 11th grade, dual enrollment is very good, unless you get to squeeze it in your final term of your senior year. But dual enrollment is something that you need to, I would say, get started on very, very early, right? And if you're utilizing any of these options, you have the options here. So I'm a high school student approved to complete my senior year of high school at Miami-Dade College. I am a high school student approved to enroll in courses for credit prior to my high school graduation. I am a high school student from Miami-Dade County Public Schools for advanced studies approved to complete my high school at Miami-Dade. I am a homeschool student seeking to enroll in college courses prior to my graduation. And this one I'm very proud of, right? I am a middle school student approved to enroll in courses for credit prior to my middle school graduation. So we have like options for students to take college credit, right? Like student life skills courses, even when they're in middle school. So that's like a phenomenal feature. So for the purposes of demonstration, we're going to assume that you received or will receive your high school diploma. So you click on continue and you can put your high school name. So do I have a favorite high school? Well, let's pick a school. Let's pick Miami Carroll City Senior School. All right, and this is for demonstrative purposes, right? In the state of Florida, diploma received or expected. So I'm gonna assume that you're in your 12th, your senior year in 12th grade. So you will graduate in June of 2019, right? And if you are gonna graduate in June of 19, you would just select your high school. And this could be Miami Carroll City, this could be Miami Norland Senior High School, right? If you attend any of these schools, North Miami Beach Senior High School, North Miami Senior High School. We have other schools. We have Doctors, Carter, right? But for the purposes of demonstration, I'll choose Miami Carroll City Senior High. Maybe there's a chief out there who's in 12th grade, right? Who needs to apply to Miami-Dade College? Yes, yes, yes. All right, so yeah. So if you've attended, or if you've taken courses at Miami-Dade before, you can check that off. If you've attended another institution, you can check that off. So seeing that we're assuming that we're a high school senior right now, we can leave that blank. But let's say and this is very important because a lot of times, and this is happening more than ever now, your high school may have partnered with another institution, say Florida International University, where you completed ENC 1101 and ENC 1102. That's English Composition 1 and English Composition 2. And perhaps college algebra, right? MAC 1105. And you did that at FIU, but you didn't really physically go to FIU. It's important that you noted that you've attended a college or university other than Miami-Dade College in that regard, so that not only you get credit for the coursework that you did as a dual enrollee, but you get that in. So we click on continue, and right, if this is your high school, click continue. So I'm assuming Carroll City is my high school, and there's a school code. So you click on continue, and previous college you attended. I'm gonna put I did not attend a college or university. Click on continue. All right, so this is important, very, very important. So let's see who's out there before I continue. Okay. Now, if for the purposes of starting off your new year, so if you already earned a degree, a high school diploma or GED, and you're now starting college or looking to start college, it's important that you put spring, right? And spring runs from January to April, right? The end of April. And then you have your summer term. And if you are in high school right now, I would strongly urge you to apply for summer. And summer runs from May to August of 2019. And this gives you a head start, right? And then traditionally, our high school graduates, the current ones for 2019, will be applying for fall. So majority of our students at Miami-Dade College apply during the fall term, or for the fall term when they have graduated from high school. And usually a student who's graduating from high school, typically will share with us that they want to take a break. But I would say that it's a very, very good decision to get a head start in summer B, right? So you won't be able to do summer A, but you can do summer B. And why? Because summer A starts in May. Technically, you're still in high school. So it's important that we pay attention to the summer B date, which starts in mid-June. So you would have graduated some weeks, and then a good course to take in summer B would be your first year experience course. If you haven't taken English, and well, you will need to take English. So English is another good one. Math, if you're a STEM major, is a good one. And your computer competency course, CGS 1060C, many of you will have to take that. So that's a good course to take in summer B. So that's some ideas. So let's say you select spring because you are the student. So I'm switching from different types of students, right? Students who are going to graduate and students who are looking to start in the spring. And North Campus, all right, is my recommended campus. Now we have the Hialeah, we have Homestead, we have Inter-American, Kendall, Medical Campus, West, Wolfson, and Virtual College. But I am encouraging you to join the North Campus family, all right? So you want to complete a degree, and we have different options. So pay careful attention. Pay attention, please, to this section. And what does it mean? So typically, and most often, you will need to select degree student, right, to complete a degree program. And that is either for the Associate of Arts and the Associate of Science, right? And college credit certificate. So if you're going to do that, it's going to be a degree program. Now, and I just want to distinguish the others. So a transient student is a student who is attending another institution of higher learning. For example, you're a Broward College student, right? And you need to take a course at Miami-Dade College for a number of reasons, convenience, or for the reduced in-state fees for a course. And you're not a Miami-Dade College student. You're just taking one or two classes with us. Or during the summer term, let's say you're a Florida State University student up in Tallahassee, or you attend University of South Florida in Tampa, and you live in Miami and you're home. You can actually get permission from your institution to take a summer course at Miami-Dade College, right? Or you could take a virtual course while you're at your institution. So there's a number of ways that you can use the transient process. I share that at the end of the day, we're all one family in higher education, in the public higher education system. So if you have a degree already, you're looking to just take a course, refresh, you have these options here: student non-degree for student personal interest or development, or non-degree student to upgrade or develop occupational skills. And then you also have the non-degree for dual enrollment students, right? So these four options are non-degree options. Now, the pitfall here is if you're looking to get federal assistance, you must be in a degree seeking program. So just putting that out there, right? So for the purposes of what I'm demonstrating, I will click on degree student. And guess what? It's not going to let me do a spring application because I shared that I was going to graduate in June as a Miami Carroll City student. So I do want to emphasize to those of you who are looking to apply to Miami-Dade College that you make sure you choose spring, right? But to go forward here, I am choosing summer because I'm assuming that I am a high school grad, a future grad, literally in the next 6 months in 2019. Look at that. 2019 is already shaping up to be productive, right? From the high school student perspective. So I want to get my bachelor's degree. And so I will need to choose an Associate of Arts. Let's say I want to do, and we have a number of programs, like I mentioned earlier. And I'll show you how to get to that real quick. So academic programs here, and associate degrees, associate in art. So we have a total of 79 programs, right, that are posted. And it ranges from accounting to agriculture to anthropology to architecture, area and ethnic studies, art or art education. And I can go on and on. I'm going to just go down and pick some of the common ones that you may be familiar with. Biology is very common. Chemistry, business administration, computer science, criminal justice administration. And engineering has quite a bit, right? Architectural, biomedical, and chemical. And some of the more popular engineering areas include civil, computer, electrical, industrial, mechanical. And, the idea here when you're doing your Associate of Arts is to ensure that you have the prerequisites, as we call them, right? The courses that you need that will help you to transition to a four-year institution so that you can get your bachelor's degree. So others include exercise science, foreign language, mathematics, mass communication and journalism, interior design, philosophy. And a lot of students, or some, not a lot, but some students choose pre-bachelor of arts because they may be undecided. So if you are an undecided student, you can select pre-bachelor of arts, but I usually share that, and it's me, right? It's a joke. If the world were to end tomorrow, what would you choose, right? Because sometimes you're undecided, not because you are not truly sure what it is you want to do. It's that you have a number of options. So you may be thinking that I might be good um, in psychology, I might be good in criminal justice, I may be a good business person, so I want to choose. So you have these options. So you can narrow that down. Like, you need to essentially select something that will, you know, that you could start working on, right? That you're most interested in. And but that's one way. And we have other ways to help you essentially um, to essentially select the pathway. All right. So let me see here. Yes, so you can see that. So that's good. So we have focus two. I'm not going to get too much into focus two, but let's say you wanted to select a major. You could just do focus two here, and it gives you the steps, right, to complete the assessment. But one important one for income in high school students that I want to highlight is, and we're going to go to the student portal real quick, is navigate, right? And navigate, right? So what is Navigate? It's a student-facing technology platform designed to help students manage their academic and non-academic lives. So you can find a major that fits your interests and talents, and then, of course, you build a schedule based on that major, right? And then you can click here, and this is Navigate. And you will need your Miami-Dade College credentials to actually log in. So I'll pretend that I'm Miguel Murphy, the student, and let's see if I'm able to get into Navigate. Right, so Navigate is one of those two. Oh, it does not recognize me. So Navigate does not recognize me. So I'm gonna do another, I'll make sure it recognizes me, and I'll do a demonstration. But nonetheless, you know how to get to Navigate, right? mdc.edu, the portals, MD Connect, not MD Connect, student portal under students, and scroll down, and under quick links, you'll see Navigate. So back to the admissions app, and I'm spending a bit of time here, but you would have to kind of roll through this. So let's say I want to do, I'll select business administration, and I'll click continue. So you'll need to put an emergency contact. I'll pretend that I'm my own emergency contact. You can't really do that, but always wise to put a parent, right? Mother, father, legal guardian, grandparent, etc. So this is demonstration. Continue. So my application is complete. I'm actually not going to submit it, But a couple things, once you get to this point, you click on, right, I authorize Miami-Dade College to obtain my Florida Public High School records, test scores, right? I certify, I acknowledge, etc. And so this would be, and you would click on continue, and then that would go to the admissions office for processing. So since this is a demonstration, I'm not actually going to do that. So I'm going to end here. So hopefully this was helpful. I am encouraging you to, to explore the opportunity of Miami-Dade College. I just want to highlight two things before I end, is that how do you pay for your classes, right? And so let's go back here to admissions. Right. There's Florida, other things that you will need to do. So after you apply, you will need to, do Florida residency. So Florida residency is process by which you have to show that you have resided in the state for the past 12 months. And this is a benefit, right? And it will reduce your fees. But if you're under 24, it means that you will need your parents, one of them, either your mom or your dad or a legal guardian, right? To provide their documents. And so let's see here, right? So there's a form that you will need to fill out. And just so you see what it looks like, this is the Florida Residency Declaration for tuition purposes. And yeah, so fortunately, I've had the privilege of working in admissions and had some extensive exposure to this process. So you'll need your name, right? So the easiest way to do that, right? Let's go down. So you put your name. Let's say I'm Miguel Murphy, your date of birth, January 8th, the year you were born, if you're a US citizen or permanent resident, or your immigration status. You want to include that on there. So for the purposes of this, US citizens, right? So we're going to assume that you are a US citizen and you are under 24. And so if you are under 24, you must check here that you are a dependent student, right? And let's go through that, right? So I am a dependent student as defined by statute 1009.2118. In that, I am eligible to be claimed as a dependent under the federal income tax code by the claimant below. And the claimant will be your parent or one of them. So the claimant is my parent as defined, right, by the statute, either or both parents of the student, any guardian of a student, or any person in a parental relationship to the student. My parent has maintained legal residence in Florida for at least the past 12 consecutive months. So as defined by section, right, 1009.211D, a legal resident or a resident means a person who has maintained his or her residence in the state for the preceding year, has purchased a home which is occupied by him or her as his or her residence, or has established a domicile in the state pursuant to statute 2217. A copy of your parents' tax return may be requested to establish dependence. So maybe, right? Not necessarily. Now, include the term, and this is assuming that you're a dependent. If you're over 24 or at least 24, right, you'll be independent. And to be independent, I provide more than 50% of my own support. I am independent, or an independent student generally includes a person who is at least 24 years old, married, a graduate, a professional student, a veteran, a member of the armed forces, a ward of the court, or someone with legal dependents other than a spouse, pursuant to the United States Department of Education for the purposes of federal financial aid eligibility. All right, so there may be limited cases where a person under the age of 24 may qualify